Awesome. Isn't it neat how the candidates kind of just lined up in their right order? It's kind of, all right, we're now moving on to the next ticket of candidates on the list for opening remarks. Sullivan Balderson, you have 5 minutes in opening remarks.
Got 5 minutes. Well, we're just so glad to be here tonight. This is so great to see this many students coming out to support what represents them. And so we're honored to be here and very glad to be here. We're going to be as brief and as fast as possible. The vision. Everybody has their vision, and that's great. But Student Association is an organization. An organ has functions. And this organization is a part of a larger body. And so we serve here to serve specific functions. Your kidneys don't do what your heart does, and your liver doesn't do what your toes do. Every part of your body has a specific function. And so we don't come here to try to do everything and try to serve every need. We have specific goals, and I want to share those with you. You may not be familiar with these, but Student Association has 7 core values which we deem to live by. And those are community, order, dedication, service, creativity, growth, and fun. And all of those things give us what it is that Student Association intends to do throughout the whole year. Now, fresh vision and fresh ideas are necessary. Those things help us to fulfill the vision, the greater vision of ORU University, which is to provide and create whole people for this world. And that's what we endeavor to do. Just quickly, you all paid $440 in general fee this year. That's a lot of money. And a portion of that goes to us, to the activity fee. And so we like to be very careful with the things that we do endeavor to do as Student Association, because those things are supposed to serve you. They're supposed to go back to you. So we don't endeavor to do things that are already being done. We don't want to reinvent the wheel. We want to serve you as we have been commissioned to do by being in this position. Just to give you a brief synopsis of the vision that we are intending to implement this year. Derek and I have both served in Student Association for the past 10 months, and we're looking at serving again. We would love to have that opportunity, and we would like to continue to build. We want you to give us that opportunity, and that's something that we have not seen in a long time. I believe there are 4 presidents. Well, actually, we would be the 4th set. There have been 3 that have had a second term. And that gives us the opportunity for continuity there's a big word, but that gives us the opportunity to continue. And that is something that I don't even think we understand how valuable that is. The relationships that we've built, the things that we have done, we can carry that forward. So we want to continue to build, serve better, and move forward. Those are the things that we want to do. We have several things. If you go to our website, sullivanbalderson.com, or you can go to ouroru.com, that gives you all the details, all the things that we're wanting to do and continue doing. And I'm going to let Derek speak to some of those things.
Okay, I was going to read down this nice long list of things that we have written out. It's on the website, and I want to just kind of go. I was in a Steve Green class today. So all of you guys who are business majors and know Steve Green, you guys know how much wisdom you get from one class with him. And in marketing management, he's had this thing that he's been going on for a few weeks, and it's really been speaking to my heart, especially kind of tying into the real reason why we're running. And he's been saying relationships are the currency of the kingdom. And what he means when he's saying that is he would rather make a business opportunity and take care of his vendors or the people he has relationships with, rather than just kind of go out and be all for the money or anything like that. But when applied to Student Association, you realize that relationships really are the foundation of everything that we do. Whether it's throwing an event, you have to have relationships with the people in the facility services department, because if you don't, you're not going to have trash cans at your event, and then you're going to have trash all over the ground. Or you're not going to have your tables, or you're not going to have your music. Okay, I'm going to the good stuff. Okay, well anyways, I'll get back to that. But we've built strong relationships with facility services, but also I sat here with 2 other people last year. I was running for office last year, and I was running against Dexter. and I lost. And I can sit here and say, I'm so glad I lost. Because this man is great at building relationships. He really is. Can I finish? I only have 15 seconds left. Sorry. He has built such strong relationships with the administration. He has respect. He has their ear. And I believe that he is the right person to do this job again. So my time's up. I'm sorry.
Hey, ORU family! And first of all, we just want to thank Dexter and the SA this current year. They've done an awesome job, so let's give it up for them.
All right, well, it's good to be here before you, and many of you probably walk around campus and you've seen Catch the Vision, Live the Vision. What does that statement mean? What are the 7 pillars? Some of you got a taste of it through the video. Well, Trey and I, we're here to break down those 7 pillars in a bit more detail because we have 5 minutes to do so. So Trey's going to cover the first 4. I'll cover the next 3, and we're hoping that this is going to provoke a lot of questions in you so you can get, detailed answers.
Well, hey guys, everything that we want to do goes back to becoming a whole person, spirit, mind, and body. And so we have 7 pillars that we believe are going to help our students become everything that we can become to go out and do what God's called us to do. So the first thing that we have is prayer. We sat down with President Rowland 3 weeks ago, and we just sat, we asked him, we said, we have some ideas, some programs that we think could help the students in these areas, how legitimate are they? And so the first one's prayer. And so what we want to do is we want to put together a prayer program, help grow the prayer program at ORU. Right now they have like 7 to 35 people that meet Friday mornings at 7 o'clock, and we'd like to help see that expand. And so what we want to do is prayer pledges. So I've students pledge, 5 minutes, 10 minutes a week towards that. And
one thing I wanted to share was that if every student, or you, assuming that population's at right at 3,500, prayed every day for half a second, we would have prayer for 24 hours a day covered. So imagine that, just half a minute, if every student at ORU prayed, it would cover the prayer for ORU 24 hours a day.
Awesome. So we want to work with prayer. We want to expand that. Number 2 is leadership. Have you guys been through the peer mentorship program? Well, it was designed, obviously, to help new students get connected. And well, it's been good. It hasn't done everything that it was supposed to do. So what we want to do is bring in a program called the Big Brother, Big Sister program. And what that would do is when a new student gets to campus, they take like a little quiz or a personality test, and that would tell them, they tell us what they're like, and we'd set them up with somebody that's been here for a year, 2 years, 3 years. So that Friday night when you're chilling in your room or they're walking the halls, they have someone to say, hey, what are you doing, David? Come chill, come meet some of my friends, come check out my church, because we want to get more students plugged into churches, and we want to help more people get connected in relationships here. Number 3 is mentorship. Mentorship is huge. One of the things that I've noticed at ORU is whenever you ask somebody, how did you get here, how does it, everyone has a God story, right? Everybody has a God story about how God led them or spoke to them to come here. God spoke to Oral Roberts, raise up your students to hear my voice. And I believe that's often the first time that we hear God's voice when we come here. So mentorship is huge. So what we want to do is bring in people that are living, their dreams, their goals, they're doing what God's called them to do, to come in right here in Zopelton and to talk with us about how they got where they are.
Now that mentorship is going to cater to specific majors. If you're a business major, we want to bring business people that are successful in that realm. Nursing department, pre-meds, theology departments. We want to bring certain people anywhere from 2 to 3 times per semester to cater to your specific major. Chapel's great, but we also realize that it doesn't cater to specific people and their interests.
So we'll go to the next couple of fast. But number 4 is finances. How many know that finances are important in life? So one of the things we want to do is we want to bring in what's called the Dave Ramsey course or something like it to teach our students how to handle finances. The average college student has $4,100 in credit card debt. We want to help our students be able to strategically graduate without that, and then to teach you how to pay your loans off in 3 to 5 years, so you can go do what God's called you to do, not be tied down by the bank or by your lender, be stressed out.
All right, well, I'm covering the next 3. Next being missions. How many of you guys have desire to go to missions or have been on a missions trip here? Show of hands. All right, we got missionaries here by heart. Well, how many of you guys sometimes see the cost as it can be a mountain to overcome? I know I've seen that it's been a mountain, and thank God he's come through. However, we believe that if we can get the alumni involved, there's the opportunity to decrease the price in mission costs, but at the same time allowing more students to participate. And we can still do the fundraisers, but at the same time not allow stress to overwhelm us by the deadlines and things. And the main thing is having more people involved. The next point I want to cover is representation, and that one is current SA staff has already set a great foundation on representation with the General Assembly possibly being in place. So we want to continue to excel in that. Last but not least is marketing. We want to add value to your degree when you graduate. How are we going to do that? We want to get ORU known by having a team ready every week or every month, at least once a month, talk about ORU, get ORU's name out there in the public. Stop.
Thank you guys.